Hey everybody, how you doing? Sunnyvale Rejects back in the house with another little video for you on this beautiful, wonderful Memorial Day weekend. That's right, I hope you guys are having a blast spending quality time with your friends and family. Don't forget, I'm also an author. My first book, Blame Forest, finalist for the American Legacy Book Award. That's right. My newer book, Laughing is Forever, a finalist for the International Book Award. I'd be honored if you'd check them out when you have time. So many books to read, so little time. Okay, today I come to you not with a 25-minute rambling video to waste time on your holiday. No, today I come to you with an amazing book review. I want to talk to you guys about John Saul's The God Project. The God Project. If you have not seen my John Saul book haul video, published about a year ago, please do check it out. There's a lot more information in that video than what I'm going to burden you with today. But I will say that John Saul is one of my favorite writers. I love him. And what people call a slow burn, look, I've come to realize that it's him building quality and building value in the setting, in the families, in character. I mean, it's worth it, and it makes the payoff so much more important. Let's take a sip of my coffee. Just coffee today, guys. No alcohol for the Sunnyvale Reject this weekend. You know what's awesome, though, is when I do go back to work, it'll be a short week, and I'll have another weekend, and that'll help ease the tension, because teaching is very, very hard work. Also got some Blame Forest shirts in. Check them out. Blame Forest with you know what on the back. My YouTube handle. But you guys are not here for all that. You're here for the book review. So, John Saul, The God Project, published in 1982, baby. This is vintage horror. And it was John Saul's sixth book, I believe. Yes, sixth book. Now, if you don't know a lot about John Saul, he has a lot of firsts. For example, his book was the first book to have TV advertising. One of his books was the first book ever written on a computer. I mean, the first book to ever use a barcode. Crazy. He's a pioneer. And this book is a testament to why I really, really dig this book. So basically, we have two families that feature in the book for the longevity of the entire thing. That's the Montgomerys and the Corlises. The Montgomerys is the family that the book really focuses on, and that is Jason, Julie, Sally, and Steve. Sally and Steve are the parents. Julie is the young daughter. She's a baby, and Jason is the kid. He's about 9 when the book begins, and I think he's 12 when the book ends 3 years later. Okay. So what's going on is they're in Eastbury, Massachusetts, and over the last decade there has been a rash of missing kids, for example, and kids dying in their crib of SIDS. But what is SIDS? Nobody really knows. Well, after the Montgomerys lose Julie to SIDS, Sally just can't believe it. She can't believe it. And she starts digging, and she does enough research to uncover a plot. There's no way else to say it. It's a plot by this group called Child, who have been surveying these children since they were born, maybe even before they're born. And as Lucy Corliss and Sally Montgomery start to dig, they find out that these kids are, well, they're in possession of what is a mutated gene, mutated DNA, and they all die young. But until they die young, well, they have these powers to heal very, very quickly. For example, they could get stabbed or cut or break a bone, and they will heal up at such a rapid speed that they're almost supernatural. Well, Child knows that these kids are going to die, but they're surveying them because I think that they hope that in the future there will be a military application. Now, that's alluded to in the book, and there's a character that kind of helps unpack that idea, but it doesn't necessarily come to fruition. All right, breath. I'm bad at book reviews because I get so excited, I get ahead of myself. But anyway, Dr. Wiseman is the doctor in the town of Eastbury. He's treated all of these women over the years, and it just so happens that they all had the same IUD implanted in their body. And none of them really wanted children, which is sad, but they didn't really want children, right? But the doctor, to help the IUD settle in the body and to keep the body from rejecting it, he would use this salve, right? And I could never repeat the name of this chemical. It starts with a B. But he has used this on all of the women, and regardless of their IUD, they all got pregnant, and they all had children that were surveyed and watched and studied by child. Okay. So, to fast forward just a little bit, we know that Julie has passed away, and the family is grieving. So he follows the family a little bit in the grieving process. Jason is Julie's brother, right? And there's, they hint that maybe Jason killed Julie, because at first they don't know there's a problem. They don't want to accept the fact that it's Sid, so they think that Jason may have done it. And there's some implication there, right? So Jason himself starts to worry. The baby was crying the other day, and I covered her mouth with a pillow or a blanket. Did I suffocate her? Did I kill her? So guess what he does? He has a pet guinea pig, and he tests it. Is it a guinea pig? Yeah, maybe it's a guinea pig. I think it's a guinea pig. He tests it on the guinea pig, and he holds the guinea pig's mouth shut, so it can't breathe, just like he did his sister, and guess what? It dies. So for a long time, you think that maybe he killed his little sister, but I'll go ahead and tell you now, that's not the case, so you don't have to worry. There is a high body count, though, because as these children get kidnapped, the ones that are alive, they're trying to get them before they die so they can study them, right? Well, they kidnap them and put them in this academy that's off in the forest somewhere hidden, and it's titled, or it's deeded to Paul Randolph, who is the director of Child, right? So they bring these kids in, they study them and all of that. Well, when all hell breaks loose and Child is being found out, Randy escapes, and they put the rest of the kids being studied to death in a decompression chamber. There's a spoiler there, but this book has been around since '82. If you haven't read it by now, what the heck? But hopefully you'll go back and read it, for real, because it is a good book. But Randy escapes. He runs back. He tells his family what's going on. But in the meantime, all these folks at Child, they're getting all their papers, their documents, their computers, all their equipment. They're getting that stuff out of that building because they know that Randy's going to run his mouth. And of course, they send a hit squad out to get him and his family. Boy, does the tension ramp up. And is there a lot of plot twists. You're going to love this book. You're going to love this book. Let me see if there's anything I missed. I took some notes here. Well, at the academy where the kids are being kept, not necessarily against their will, there is one woman there named Louise Bowen, or Bowen, who you'll really grow to admire. She's a good woman, and she tries to protect these kids. But when there's money and, the nation's interest at stake, good intentions don't go too far. So this is a good book with some deep characters. He spends a lot of time, like the first 65 to 85, 100 pages building, quality characters that you care about, so that when they're put in these difficult, tough situations and trying to work themselves out, you give a damn. You're vested in the outcome. Is it vested? You have a vested interest in the outcome. Yes, you're going to love it. And I promise you, if you stick with it, the payoff is going to be so rewarding that you will not forget it, and you will definitely dig into another John Saul book. So look, I want to keep this short and sweet because you guys have been patient with me over the last almost 2 years. Can you believe it? I want to thank you guys so much for your camaraderie, for checking out my videos, even when I know they're not the best. This would be better for me if we were all in at a big table at a bar, sloshing beer around, getting loud, talking about books and characters. But sometimes on video I mess up because it's just me. It's like boxing. You have a whole team with you when you're training, but when you're in the ring, it's just you. Okay, that's it. You're going to love John Saul's The God Project. Just give it a chance. Is it a slow burn? Yes. But is the payoff worth it? Absolutely. I love you guys. Get out there and enjoy the weekend. Stay cool and never stop reading.